1, 2, 3.
Cheese, Grommet!
Wensleydale.
Oh, no, we forgot the crackers, Grommet. We can't go to the moon without crackers. I mean, there's all that cheese.
It might not be Wensleydale, but look at all that cheese. Oh my gosh. We've got to have the crackers. Oh, we have time. I'll go and get it. I want you to get it, Grommet. Yes. Yes, go and get crackers. Get as many as you can, Grommet. I'll make sure we're all ready to go. But hurry up. We only have about 32 seconds left. So Grommet goes into that house, opens up these cabinets and sees those grosses of boxes of crackers, and he's thinking, well, how long are we going to be up there on the moon? And then he's also thinking, well, how much room is there going to be in the spaceship? Fortunately, Wallace had come up with this two-dimensionalizing machine. So let's say you have a whole, you open up the pantry, and it's full of crackers. And you're going for a grand vacation up to the moon, where there's lots and lots and lots of cheese. So, Grommet, and you've got this human who sends you on all sorts of errands and doesn't really explain to you everything you need to do. You gotta think for yourself. Think about all the things you've seen Wallace work on all over these years, and then you go, oh, there's the two-dimensionalizing machine. But you also realize you don't know how to work it. And when you left the spaceship, there were only 32 seconds left, and you're running out of time. So, quick. Hurry up, let's do it already. I think 32 seconds. Well, we're not worrying about actual time passage here. A lot can go on inside the mind of a dog when he's on an errand to collect crackers before the grand trip out. A grand day out on the moon. Where they're going to I just realized they're going to meet a version of Wall-E. Which would be a neat trick, because I actually think Wallace and Grommet, that was made before Wall-E. I'm not really sure. Maybe Wall-E is a copy of Wallace and Grommet. Of course, it's Wall. It's Wallace's thing. It's Wallace's E
contribution, you know. Yes, that variation seems to result in fewer distortions when I do it too hard. Yeah, especially this one. No, G, this one. It doesn't sound bad now, but yeah, it can sound terrible with the other variation. There are two variations for each of 5 instruments on my Yamaha Piaggio NP11. I wouldn't mind having more keys, but I have a feeling I've used more keys because there are fewer keys. I use all the keys on this. Kind of like a bicycle, you know. There are people who have 3-speed bikes who use more gears than people with 27-speed bikes. Because the people with 27-speed bikes just put it into the top gear. And then don't use their bicycle very much because it's ridiculous. Ay, ay, ay. So anyway, Grommet, understands very quickly that he's got to use the two-dimensionalizing machine really quickly, and he doesn't have time to look at the manual, which wouldn't really be all that clear anyway. I mean, after all, he's a dog. And Wallace is not really in the habit of doing translating, even into English. I mean, he does WallaceAs, kind of shortcuts, and he uses all these acronyms. So the two-dimensional machine, the TDM, Fortunately, on the wall right next to the pantry is this set of buttons. One of them is TDM. So Grommet figures, okay, just do it already. We're running out of time. I don't want to miss the rocket up to the moon, where there's all that cheese. I hope it's like Wensleydale. So he hits the button, and the machine just pops up, and, it's kind of like a camera. So he takes a picture of the pantry, the stuff in the pantry, and then it becomes two-dimensional. So he goes up to it and it's like a big, piece of paper. So he rolls it all up, and he's got to fold it in half also, because it's just like 6 feet tall, and that would be hard. So he folds it in half and then rolls it up. It's very lightweight, despite carrying all those crackers. And he's running to the rocket, and he realizes, holy cow, if I don't, then this machine has to have a reversal switch on it, right? I'd better grab it. So he runs back into the house, grabs the machine, and gets up into the spacecraft, and just as the stairs are going up, because it was all automatically timed. And he runs up, he gets in just in time, and he's all out of breath, and Wallace says, "What took you so long?" But never mind, we're taking off. Put on your anti-G suit and your glasses and stuff like that, and strap yourself in right away. So he does that, and then the spaceship starts to get ready to go. Shaky, when the liquid oxygen is hitting against the liquid whatever, or the solid whatever, and it's gonna go really, really intensely, you know? So a bit of shaking doesn't really surprise anybody. But the shaking gets worse and worse. And the rocket ship is not, well, it's budging. That's all it's doing. It's not taking off, it's just budging. And Wallace goes, oh my gosh, Grommet, what's happening? What's happening? And he's looking all around. He's looking at all the instruments. He says, I did something wrong. Did I forget to put the and he's going on and on and on. And meanwhile, Grommet, in a very knowing way, looks down in such a way that Wallace, who's looking up at all the dials and everything, realizes that Grommet is looking down. And lo and behold, the parking brake's still on. So, well, you could imagine what happens when he finally gets the parking brake off. There's all that pent-up energy. Boom! It's a good thing they were both wearing their anti-gravity suits, or their faces would have been kind of made into, smushed out, like those old science fiction things. And that's when they go to the moon, they meet Wally, a version of Wally, who's like some sort of, like a pay. Is it a washing machine or a TV? It's one of those things.